Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Awake. My name is Judith, and I am your spiritual psychologist. So um, today's topic is titled, "Do you know your purpose?" Do you know your purpose? So before we delve into the topic for today, I'd like to use this moment to thank our people at the home front for a job well done. That today, that the La Republique, um, what do they call him again? Presidential candidate, Issa Chiroma, who declared today a ghost town day. And, I'm so proud of our people that you know your purpose. You know why you are here. You know why you have been in this revolution for 9 years. In prior to these 9 years, you know the purpose. So thank you so much. And also, there is this announcement that goes to our people again at the home front. It said the government of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia has learned that Ethnio, Camwater, and other French Cameroon companies are forcing our people to pay huge bills for water and electricity they never received. This must stop immediately. All meter reading, bill distribution, and bill collection by these companies are banned in Ambazonia. Anyone or any company that ignores this order does so at their own risk. The Ambazonian State Army (ASA) is instructed to enforce this directive to the fullest. Federal Republic of Ambazonia issued today, 21st November 2025. So these are the things that we keep saying, and these are some of the things, issues why we are in this revolution to free Ambazonia completely from these thieves. Huh? That is our purpose, and that should be every Ambazonian's purpose, to free yourself, your relatives, your village people, your circle of friends, your your country, all of it, everything, nothing to be negotiated. It's freedom or nothing. So, thank you for coming. Just give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and share to the various platform. Um, where is it? Okay, here it is. And these are. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And it is done. Okay. Do you know your purpose? Why you are here? Do you know that? And I said, you are here on business for God. Hmm? We talk about spirituality here, and to wake us up from that religious mindset. We see what is happening today in Ambazonia, in Africa, where they are using religion to destabilize, to unalive our people and to continue to control and dominate us mentally and physically, economically, anything that you can think of. So it is time to wake up, Amazonians. It is time to wake up, Africans. Okay? So, as we keep saying, just to remind us again, we are in the month of November today, the 21st. And I like to do numerology on this month to remind us that even numbers speak to us about our spirituality. So we need to understand the meaning of numbers, the spiritual meaning. They play a very important role in our lives. So it should not be ignored. When you read your Bible, your Quran, Torah, all of those religious books, and you see numbers there stated, know that they have spiritual meaning. Okay? So, November, we are still in the month of November, and you have those two ones, 11, the 11th month of the year. The number 11 is a powerful number. It signifies partnership. The two shall become one. 1 plus 1, 2. It just symbolizes partnership. That when you align, you have one vision, one purpose, you align, you partner with the people, whether it is international partners or corporate partners, all of that. You have one vision, one purpose. You partner with such people. It is not a relationship of, oh, one is superior and one is inferior. It is not about a master and a slave. No, it is not about that. It reminds us of partnership, equality, and that is why we are here. And it reminds us of decision making and finding clarity and purpose of what you are here for. So, the only thing that takes you anywhere is your self consciousness. So everything about spirituality is consciousness. It's about those virtues, divine virtues in you, moral virtues, your discipline, those moral principles. That is spirituality. And we all have that. If you chose to use that, then you walk in that path of doing the right thing, of speaking the truth, of using your conscience and bringing justice to humanity. Those are the qualities of the God that we are talking about. That God lives within and is manifesting as you. There is no God in the sky. And if Africans are really paying attention of what is happening in their continent today recently, then you will know that your prayers have failed. Your prayers are not working. So it is time to go back inward and connect with the God within. It has been running your body 24/7 without your permission. All it wants you to connect, align with it, and it will lead you to that path of righteousness, doing the right thing, and bringing justice to humanity, to Amazonia, to yourself, to the world, because the world needs people like that who have a vision, who have a purpose, who know their purpose at a time like this, so they can lead the world. Because this world is, as this month is showing us about partnership, it also has the opposite side to it. Those numbers, they have their strength and they have their weaknesses. So, whichever side you are on, then you will manifest what you have been or what you have chosen. So, the opposite side of that number 11 is about people who are there to cause division, to cause distraction, to cause chaos. And we see them today. They are doing that in Africa. They are doing that in Amazonia. They are doing that all over the world to cause chaos because they don't want to align. They don't want to partner with other countries to obtain resources in the right way. So they come to bring in chaos. They sow discord amongst the people. They go to your religion, using religion. They go to use your tribes. Huh? They go to use your politics, bringing division in every aspect because they have chosen their path of destruction. They have chosen the path of division. They have chosen the path of chaos. And so we need more and more people to wake up, to rise up and speak the truth and stand up for the right thing. That is how humanity, that's how Amazonia in particular, you're going to free yourself when people stand up for truth. That you are not bought over by the chicken change that they drop on you, the peanut or the crumbs that they drop on your plate. You are not bought by those things. Hmm? Like they will tell you in the story of the Bible, the prodigal son who ate what slop. So consciousness brought you here. Divine consciousness is always looking out for you, your emotions, your thoughts, and your actions. So, what it's literally saying, you need to align. In whatever thing you're doing, you need to align with this divine consciousness, with these moral principle of truth, of conscience, of righteousness, and of justice. Those are the moral principles that each one of us is endowed with. And we need to apply that in our day to day experience to bring change. That is how we are called gods, because we have this moral principle. If you choose not to do it because you don't want to do the right thing, not that you're not aware of it. Every human being is aware of this moral principle, but people choose not to apply them. Okay? So it says, stop living beneath your privileges. Stop eating slop. Huh? You are divine. You are abundance. You are divine. You are abundance. Let me use the popular word. You are God. Hmm? And in God, there is abundance. It means you have all the capacity, everything, the resources are provided in you. And that resources, you use them to take care of the external resources, your mental, your spiritual, and your physical. They need to align for you to see, you know, progress, to see results. Okay? So don't act like someone who is a beggar when everything belongs to you. Amazonia is a rich nation with so many natural resources, with so many human resources, gifted people. But what has become of us? That some people during these 9 years, they have become what? Slobs. They're eating slobs. Beggars in your own land. Huh? In your own land, you are acting as a servant. And there is a master, a slave, and a master. We saw just was it last week? If you saw those videos, you can go to um, uh, uh, Sister Kemi Ashu's page. You see how tankers. There was this francophone guy who was videoing tankers, gas tankers that were transporting gas or crude oil from our refinery in Limbe or Victoria, taking them where to Douala. And those tankers, I counted them. Only in that video, there were 25 of those tankers. And they said there were more than that, owned by one person, Gongo, who is sponsoring the war in Ambazonia. So you, the Ambazonians, who are acting as underdogs to these people, huh, who cannot declare their wealth, huh? You hear of the richest man in the world today. Oh, you have these people, Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos, and who is this other guy of Twitter or X? All of them, because they invented their own product, and so they can give accountability on how they make their money. But you in Africa, somebody like Gongo, with all the world, the money that he's making from our crude oil, he cannot declare himself the wealthiest man in the world, because those are people who are worth billions just from stealing our own resources. And you, these sick Ambazonians, huh, who go there and sell your conscience, they are dropping you crumbs, huh, like dumplings on your palms, and you go and do their dirty job. You should be ashamed of yourself. Okay? Go and watch those videos. Watch the videos. They say he has more than 25 of those tankers. Who is making money? So he can call you the chiefs and the funds anytime you're running there, and he drop you some, whether it's 1 million or what on your plate, and you're there jumping like a chicken that the head have been cut off. When you have abundance in your own soul, you have everything in your own soul. And all they're asking you, stand up and fight for your freedom. Stand up and fight for what belongs to you. It is your God-given right. It was not an error that you were born in that land. It was not an error that your parents came, your great-grandparents, they came and existed, they inhabited that land. So why are you living like an underdog? Why are you living like a beggar? Why are you living like someone who knows nothing? Huh? But today, we are here. Just as I watch a video of one of their dogs. Those ones are the field dogs who go out there to execute people, and the chief of Boasawu that has been released. You go there and continue their dirty job. You should be asking yourself, if they love you so much, why did they take you and go lock you up? Why did they take you and lock you up for all these months, and now they are releasing you to go and continue their job? Shame on you. Shame on you. Our ASA will get to you if you don't want to get sense for that your big head. Huh? People come and they take your things, they take your wealth, your natural resources, they take everything, and they go and they're enriching themselves, enriching their countries, developing their countries. And all you are there busy collecting crumbs and jumping here and there. Like people don't you know that it's intentional that they make you to live in poverty? It is by design. It's by design. It's their plan of action. So that you continue to stretch your hand and be begging for something that is yours. No, now, this generation is a never again generation. We're not going to sit and watch that happen. It's not going to happen. So you are an embodiment of God. You bear the image and the identity of God. You encompass the potential and the qualities of God to speak truth to power. But you are going around pretending to be weak, and you're telling lies for something that is yours. Huh? You are to bring law and order, but you have been pretending to be an impostor. Hmm? An impostor because they gave you a wrong identity. So you are an impostor instead of you come to join your people, join the government of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, led by President Sako, to free your people, to bring law and order in Ambazonia, justice, and everybody having their own fair share. No, you are there busy putting on this false image, this false face. Oh, we are one Cameroon. We are one and indivisible. We are Anglophones. We are this. We are that. You see, that's an impostor. You know the truth deep inside your heart. In your heart of hearts, you know the truth. But because you are weak, you don't have no guts, no courage. That's why you cannot fight. So you succumb to all their lies, and you join them to tell lies. You lie against your own people. To bring balance by doing right, but you're pretending to be weak. To uphold justice in Ambazonia and society, but you have been going around pretending to be defeated. Hmm? So it's only a defeated people who will go and you're trying to create alliance with the occupier. You see yourself defeated. Huh? Like they have released that funny chief there. Huh? You're going to create alliance now. They have released you, their dog. Go out there and start to bite. Because you are weak. You don't know who you are. So that's why you will turn against your own people. You have been defeated mentally because when they take you to go lock you up like that, they want to break you down mentally. So now you have been defeated mentally. Now they are sending you out. Now you are seeing your people. You look at them like they are beasts. So you continue because it was a beastly attitude that you had to kill your own people. And then they took you out for a while because they were coming to investigate you. And now they think that things have returned to normal. They are releasing their dog again to come cause havoc. Huh? They said to develop your country and the welfare of your people, but you have been pretending to be stupid. Huh? You've been pretending to be stupid. That you don't know your purpose. You don't know why you are here. You don't know why you were born in such a time as this. The world has gone through different phases where humanity has been trying to free themselves from this slavery mindset, the oppression of those who claim to be rulers of this world. And here you are with all the tools that are provided in this generation, social media, everything has been exposed. You have chosen to bring distraction, to bring this division and chaos to your people. And in this generation, go try harder. You will not succeed. You have a purpose to fulfill. And when we talk of purpose here is that place where that aspect of you finding clarity in what you are doing, in who you are, and why you are here. if you don't find that clarity, have an understanding of your identity, who you are, where you came from. It is not about your family or your parents who brought you here. No, if you're thinking that way, then you are trapped. You are trapped in that human aspect. You are more than that human way of thinking. You are divine. You have a higher way of thinking and reasoning and doing things. That is what distinct you from these other humans, because the human way, you get all the people who are mixed there with the beastly mindset. So you have to separate yourself from there, from those who call themselves they are human, but you see them, they are wolves in sheep clothing. So how do you distinguish yourself? You got to think higher. You got to go up higher. You got to reason higher. You got to stand up for truth. You got to stand up to do the right thing and bring justice. That's how you separate yourself from those people who you see the sheep and the wolf walking. You don't know who to differentiate. Huh? So that's why we say you are divine, you are God, because you have this attribute of truth, of conscience, of righteousness, and of justice. You deserve all the good offered by Ambazonia, that land Ambazonia. Ambazonia is consciousness. That's why we use um, uh, this statement in the revolution. Say the revolution is spiritual, you know, because Ambazonia, the land Ambazonia, is consciousness in itself. It is spiritual. So whatever, we who are born in that land, we are the children of Ambazonia. That land gave birth to us. Huh? So you're not looking at your parents who brought you into the world. You are looking at where you came from, not where you came through. You came through your parents. But where are you from? From that land, Ambazonia, from consciousness that you are divine, a divine being that is rooted in these four moral uh, principles of truth, of conscience, of righteousness, and of justice. That's why you got to put aside your family ties. You got to put aside your friends of your circle. You got to put aside what are your religious ties, all of that, tribal ties. You put them aside, and all you should focus is about liberating Ambazonia. So everybody in Ambazonia, all the bona fide Ambazonians are your family. They are your children. They are your brothers. They are your sisters, because spirituality don't have no discrimination. It is one energy, one spirit, one light that shines through all. So there is no discrimination there. So when religion is coming, they're trying to discriminate. Oh, you are this, you are that, you are better, you are this one and this and that. God listen to this one, God don't listen to this. Where is the God now? When all of these wars and terrorism rising up in Africa, where is that God? Where are your prayers going to? These are the honest questions we need to ask ourselves. Huh? Ambazonia is battered. Ambazonia is desecrated. And you are the children of Ambazonia. You need to stand up for truth. You need to stand up for justice. You need to stand up for righteousness with a clear conscience. So get out of that spell. Huh? Get out of that spell. A spell there is what? Those negative thoughts, those divisive tendencies, those uh, what are those systems, programs that are there to cause you to look at your brother, at your sister, like, oh, this is a different person. No, that is the spell that the colonizer brought in when he brought this religion thing to Africa. The Arabs brought Islam, the West, they brought Christianity. And we have been under this spell for centuries. Time to wake up. Start to see things clearly. People, get a clear understanding of how their system works. That's how you know your purpose. You cannot know your purpose if in the second dimension of you don't have an understanding of what is going on in your country, what is going on in your continent. You cannot know your purpose, whether in your own personal life, if you don't have an understanding of what is happening. You cannot change. You cannot change your narrative. You cannot change the way you do things. You will keep doing one and the same thing over and over. That's what they call insanity, expecting a different result. You see, those negative thoughts, those negative beliefs that have made you to look small, you're looking poor. That's your system of colonialism, neocolonialism or imperialism or democracy that has made you to look small. Huh? A democracy, you see some people talking like, if democracy is for the people, by the people, for the people, whatever people relationship, why are you bringing division, coming with all this multi-partisan or bipartisan and all of that stuff? That is already division right there. You make a people doubt themselves. They don't have trust in nobody. The one party is there claiming to know everything, that their own approach is the best approach to lead the country. The other party is claiming that, oh, their own approach is the best approach to lead the country. Why can't you come and sit together as one people? If you are really for the people, by the people, you will come together and talk about the things that are going to improve the life of the people, not bringing pitting this party over this one or this religion over that. So that is where we got to get an understanding, see the system, see the programs and all, how they're using them to cause division, to cause chaos and distraction, that you don't pay attention to what is really important to you and your people. Now you are serving their own interests. You see that? You're serving their interests. It's like they bring all of this information or these systems. Like, you Africans, don't you have your own mind to think what works best for you? That you look at, there again goes the superior and the inferior being, right? They look at you like you don't have no brains, no mind. And some people think that the mind is in the brain or it's in the head. Your mind is not in your head, okay? Forget about how we always hey, this person, the mind is getting crazy. No, the mind is not in the head. It's just that the aspect, the organs that are responsible to release those hormones, you have like three of them in your brain, in your mind, in your head there. Hmm? You have the pituitary gland, you have the pineal gland, and what else? I think the hypothalamus, all of that. Yeah. So those are just glands that secrete hormones that regulate the internal being, the inner world. So as time goes on, I will show you all of these seven abilities, the seven abilities of the mind, those seven spirits: knowledge, understanding, fear, spirit, power, counsel, wisdom. They are all in you through these glands that we have. The hormones that they secrete, they regulate your mind. So scientists will have to go deeper to do their research, because everything that we need is in us. It is not up in the sky, it's within us. So he said, knowing your purpose requires knowing your source, where you came from, your composition, your nature. You are not just an ordinary human. You are an extraordinary human being. You are God. You are divine. So don't look at just the human aspect of it and you forget of the divine aspect. The divine aspect is where you find wisdom, where people use wisdom to bring the the resources to their people. Huh? Bring the resources to their people. And when you want to know about yourself, then you have to see yourself in a different perspective. Not what the world has, made you believe. Not what the religion has made you believe. Not what even your society, yeah, made you believe. You have to see yourself from within, have that connection, that alignment from within. Know that you are this person. That self awareness, huh? Self awareness, self consciousness of knowing that you embody truth, you embody conscience, you embody righteousness, you embody justice. And so when you know this, you will be that morally upright person, that in every circumstance that you are called to speak, you will speak truth to power. You will speak truth to power. That you will not be afraid of anybody or favor anybody. You are just going to speak your truth. That's what the world needs right now. For people who have the courage to speak the truth. Yes, some of you have gone like those gong dogs out there. When you hit it and you see they tuck their tail in between its legs and it's running because you're so scared to speak the truth. Huh? So many look at their identity from a human perspective and get stuck in the survival loop. That is a mistaken identity. Hmm? So it will lead you to eating leftovers, peanuts, and crumbs, forgetting who you are. And that is what has become um, the sadly the end of most of our people, African people, Amazonians. And that's why the world is waking up. The three Sahel nations, they are still standing their ground to make sure that what they stood for, it's maintained. It stands the test of time. And that's what we are doing in this revolution. Okay? Say they believe beneath their privileges. When you allow this world distractions, the worldly distractions, keep you away from the abundance that comes with fulfilling your purpose. Huh? So you live beneath your 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 means, right? You live beneath your privileges because you're just under there, under under your divine nature, under privileges. So there you see people, they are in that survival loop because you don't know the opportunities that are ahead of you when you stand up to do the right thing. You don't see the opportunities. All you're doing, but you're seeing but the privileges that they're dropping those crumbs, peanuts, and you take them and you sit there. But you look around you, your people are not going anywhere. They are not progressing. You look at your roads, look at what the government just posed. Our people are there at the home front. No electricity for months, no water, drinking water for months. But they come and charge them bills every month to pay bills for something that you did not use. So when you are talking of hell, which hell again do you want to die and go to? My people, which hell do you want to die and go to? That your imaginary hell, when your people are living in hell already. Hmm? They're already in hell. No water, no electricity. These are the basic necessities of life. You don't have them. And then you want to tell them, oh, keep praying, keep praying. Praying for what? Praying for what? When the reality is staring at your faces, that people are suffering in their own land. No roads, accidents every day. People are dying, premature deaths in their numbers, and you come and tell them, "Oh, pray! Oh, wait, La Republique, you are one and indivisible." Huh? And when they drop those crumbs like that, you are really quick to go and kill your own people. You're quick to go to point out their hideouts, those who are trying to free you. You, the blackleg, you, the traitor, you who don't know your left from your right, you who are just there collecting money, bribery here and there. You cannot account for your wealth, blood money, blood money, blood money that you have. And you think that this generation will continue to watch you do those atrocities as if we are all dumb or stupid people? No, Amazonians are not stupid. You saw today now when they gave their decree that, oh, goes down on the 21st. Did they respect it? That is to show you that they are awake. They are awake. They are awake because they're suffering. What are you going to do different? Huh? You want to free your own people in La Republic? Go ahead and free them. You cannot be eating with Franks, dialoguing with Franks, and everything, collecting your lessons from Franks, and you say you want to free a people? Huh? Who is fooling who here? The root has not been cut off. You have not uprooted that tree, and you think you can come and deceive people that, oh, you are fighting and you want to free this. Fight yourselves over there. You want to split into whether how many provinces. That is your problem. Ambazonia is not part of you. We have never been part. They stole our independence and we restored that in 2017. Now we are fighting to maintain our sovereignty. Whether the world like it or not, Ambazonia is an existing state. So that is the same sovereignty that you see the people of Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, that they are there, a sovereign nation. But the people, the outsiders, the colonizers continue to make you look like, oh, you don't deserve that. They are the ones who deserve all the good things in the world. And then you, Africans, you're supposed to be beggars everywhere on the street, running your home country, running from your continent, crossing oceans and drowning in the oceans, dying in the desert. Your organs are being harvested here and there, and all of that stuff. They're using you like guinea pigs, all of that. That is what they have, the identity they have given to you, that you are people that are supposed to be like that, to serve them. But we say no, it's not going to happen, not going to continue in this generation. You are no more human than us. Huh? And those enablers in Africa, the politicians, the chiefs, the funds, the presidents, those puppet leaders in Africa, that you think you continue to use your people to collect crumbs from the West for something that belongs to you. It's a shame on you. Your time has come. This year, 2025, is the end of that your nonsense, that your wickedness. As the people are rising, they're waking up to unravel themselves from this entanglement. 2026 is a year that you will see more breakthroughs, people breaking free from all this wickedness, these shadows that will be having us called presidents in Africa, who are acting under the shadow of the almighty West. So you don't want to fully commit to the freedom of Ambazonia because you are receiving these crumbs. Niger that used to sell 1,000 tons. Look at the abundance that you have, you Africans, you Ambazonians. You're feeding the rest of the world, and then you are acting like people who have no mind. No mind. Niger used to sell 1,000 metric tons of gold, of uranium rather, to France for 555 million CFA francs. That was before the three Sahel um, military presidents took over. Now that you have General Chiani there, and he has kicked out France and all its allies, they have nationalized their mines. This same amount of uranium, 1,000 metric tons of uranium, was sold to Russia for 102 billion CFA francs. Can you compare the difference? 102 billion. But here France was giving them 505 million CFA, not even up to a billion. And then to collect that money, they have to go through France again and pay what interest and all of that to collect their money. Then at the end of the day, nothing is done in a country that has so much wealth, that has so much resources. Nothing is done. Because by the time they collect the little, and the president and his cohorts, they have divided everything amongst their own circle of friends, and the rest of the country perishes in suffering and groaning and all of that. And yet you come and say, oh, people should pray to change the country. Your prayers have not helped for 60 years plus. So stop that nonsense. You have to identify yourself correctly. You have to identify yourself correctly. We get stuck in the human consciousness and see only our blood relatives, our village people, and a circle of friends who are loyal to us as our purpose. So many are busy helping their loved ones only during this revolution, um, and protecting their interests in every aspect. You are still struggling and trapped in the survival loop, and that's human consciousness. That is a wrong identity, my people. When you identify yourself correctly as God who is here to bring justice, if you think your origin is from your parents, your village, your tribe, your thing, then you are limited. You need to know your origin, that you are God. You embody that moral principle of truth, conscience, righteousness, and justice. You need to know your identity. Remove that identity from your religion that they put there. In Christianity, they say Jesus. In Buddhism, they say Buddha. In Islam, they say Muhammad. Those were just templates. Hmm? They call them archetypes to show your spirituality, that you are the one that embodies all of those things. It was no person, no individuals that existed to have some priority over others. Your limitations are what is stopping you in fulfilling your purpose. Religion is one of those limiting beliefs, a stronghold that is preventing many Africans and Ambazonians from rising and fulfilling their purpose. The different types of religions and the many denominations, each claiming relevance or superior over the other, is a wedge that keeps Africa and Amazonia divided, being controlled and dependent by the West and the Arabs. You hear today in Nigeria, hmm? When they came, they put out their narrative. Oh, we are going to rescue the Christians in Nigeria and all of that. And what follows after that? In Amazonia, only this month, how many pastors have been unalive in the northern zone? Baptist pastors and some other ones. How many? So you got to discern. People, you got to understand when they make those utterances, then you know that they have a plan that is going to follow that statement. Don't just jump there blindly with your wrong emotions. Huh? How many girls again have been kidnapped in Nigeria just this week? Huh? A spiritual cage, a spiritually caged people don't rebel. A divided people don't unite. A dependent people don't innovate. Religion has become a mental prison. You don't understand who you are, you don't know your identity. You can't separate spirituality from religion. Hmm? You have lost your identity, you have forgotten who you are. You have a false identity. You are an imposter living under someone else's shadow. So you got to remove that false face. Hmm? We got to remove that false face for us to free homeland, for us to free Africa. We got to remove the false face because these are the tools you need to identify them that they use to cause division amongst us, to cause people to just, don't pay attention to the suffering of their people. Huh? And they came and they sent a cardinal from the Vatican to come and talk to your people. Did he come to address the root cause of the problem? No, they come to keep that narrative. Oh, religion is there, it's going to help you. Pray, pray, pray. And the Father will help you. The God will come and save you. And years are going by, your country is decaying. Years are going by, your institutions are decaying. Years are going by, the roads, everything. Now you don't even have water to drink, you don't have no electricity, and they're coming to charge you on the things that you don't use. Who does that if it is not hell? If it is not hell, who does that? Huh? So you got to understand the systems, the beliefs, the programs. Uh, Look at the Prince of Dubai came and to America and promised President Trump that he's going to invest 600 million to $1 trillion in the economy. Huh? But the same prince, the father promised uh, Ibrahim Traore some months back that he wanted to come and build 200 mosques all over the country. My people, see, this is not funny, even though I'm laughing. It's not funny. So if you don't know yourself, you will not know your purpose. You will put on the wrong identity. And in that wrong identity, that's how the people of the world, their lens that they look at you, they see but that wrong identity that they have designed for you. Huh? And all they do, they want to bring all the wrong things that will keep you enslaved. So you forget who you are. Huh? You forget who you are. So these are the two the examples that we need to be seeing, waking up, paying attention. When they are doing that, don't just go on social media and be looking at all of this. Look at their modus operandi, how they operate, huh? The systems, because it's the same thing that they are recycling. It is nothing new. It's just that social media in this our age, social media has exposed them. But from time immemorial is one and the same strategy that they have been using. But because there was no social media at the time, people were not paying attention, they got away with all their evil. But now, with the presence of social media, we are seeing them in their true colors. Yeah? We are seeing them in their true colors. So you need to know your purpose. Let the presence of the divine consciousness stretch out in us from inside to the outside. Not only saying, oh, I'm a child of God, oh, I'm a man of God, I'm a woman of God, I am a this, a Christian, a Muslim, a Buddhist, and all of that stuff. Let the God within manifest in our words and actions. That's what makes you a God, a child of God, or whatever that you want to identify yourself as, a morally upright person. When your words match your action, that they align with these principles of truth, conscience, righteousness, and justice. That's how we know that God is walking in the earth. And I see them in this struggle, in this our revolution. Someone like President Sako, huh? That is a God walking in your midst right now in Amazonia. That they have tried to bribe him, do all of those things to change his focus and change his purpose, change his vision, all of that. He said, nada, no, I will not sell my conscience until freedom comes. Those of you who have a problem with me calling him a God, because I am a spiritual being, I teach spirituality and I identify one, and there are many others who are there in the struggle, in this revolution. We have passed that stage of struggle. Those who are still trying to collect their money and calling themselves a black leg or white leg, those are the ones still struggling. We have passed the stage of struggling. Hmm? To know your purpose, you need practical truth to set people free. And that is what is happening. Every day when we receive messages like this, people go for months no electricity, people go for months no drinking water, people go for months, even the food, no job, nothing. Those are practical examples. Don't come and tell me that your abstract, imaginary heaven that you're talking about, this is hell on earth. And how do we bring the heaven there? A few weeks ago, the upright people of Mali, huh? They came under attack, terrorist attack, who blew up more than 50 of their tankers that were transporting gas from neighboring countries into Mali. Mali and the Sahel nations are landlocked, so they don't have access to the sea. You know, during this time, with all this bombardment of terrorists here and there, the West, they have ordered their people to leave Mali, even their embassies and all of that, to leave Mali. And then Mali is under attack, terrorist attack. So for their safety, they should leave. That was before the blast of those tankers, the attack. Mali went for weeks. They shut down the government, shut down the schools, shut down everything because there was no fuel. And the people, General Assimi Goita and his people, and the other two Sahel nations, they work hand in hand to see that things be restored to normal. And now the economy is back. They are running their system. And surprise, surprise, the same shameless and hypocritical West who have asked their citizens to leave, they're asking them to go back. Africa, people of Amazonia, it is time to wake up, to get an understanding of the game, the program that they are running. They use your own to implement these programs. The terrorists that bombed those tankers, they were not outsiders, they were Africans, right? You cannot solve a problem at the level of the problem that created it. You cannot change the system by using the same system that corrupted or destroyed it. The mind cannot solve the problem it created. because the mind again is the creative center. It can create solutions, it can create problems. So however you choose, that's why this month of November, that two ones is a two direction. It's either you partner or you go your separate ways and act as a rogue, a terrorist, and all of that to cause confusion and chaos to humanity. You need to be true to have a conscience, do the right thing, and bring justice. To know your purpose, you need to start seeing things clearly. That's clarity that our SOS of communication always reiterate in his messages. Truth, clarity, and justice. Seeing with the mind's eye and not your eyesight. Your desired reality will reflect your your reality on the ground. So if you want to know your purpose and do the right thing, your desired reality, because the purpose is where we start to build our desires, what we want in life, what we want for our people, what we want. So that desire is the purpose that you are doing the things that you are doing. So as to establish this purpose, this desire that you want freedom. And that is where we are right now, to establish that freedom, independence, sovereignty of the Ambazonia nation and the people to live free in their own land and die free in their own land. That is what we are fighting, and that is the stage that we are. So you cannot, you need this tool of visualization when you know your purpose. And just like what I said, you see with your mind's eye, not with your eyesight. Hmm? You see with your mind's eye. And that's why we talk about visualization. Visualization is using your imagination to see the good which you desire to have, to be, and to do. You need a visionary mindset. So that desire in you, you have already envisioned that Ambazonia, the free Ambazonia, a sovereign Ambazonia, a well-developed Ambazonia where there will be electricity day in, day out, where there will be water flowing day in, day out, in people's kitchens, in people's bathrooms, everywhere, that you don't need to pay money for something that you did not use. That is the vision you are having, and that's the vision we are working on to establish that in the reality. It is only already in our mind's eye, and we are working towards establishing that in the actual sense. That there will be tarred roads, there will be sophisticated hospitals where they have all the specialists, everything, research labs, all of that, our agricultural sector, eating the right food, the organic food, all of that stuff. What the businesses, people having their own business, running their own business, the jobs are there. Children go to school, they graduate, they come back, they can have jobs, and they are incorporated in the government, not something that they will be running helter skelter, doing all sort of fetish things just to earn a living, selling their consciences, picking up this false identity because they want to survive. No, we're going to change that, and that is what we are working on doing. using your imagination to see yourself as an Ambazonia who is endowed with sovereignty and abundance. You see that? That our resources, natural resources, the minerals, the oil, the everything will be nationalized by us, run by us. You come and sit on the table to buy it at the market value, not using all these other means, dubious means, sponsoring a terrorist and all of that because you want to steal a people's resources for free. No, that age and time is over. We are now in a new era where a people have awakened to know the truth, to know their identity, and know what they are worth. We are only going to get out of this revolution when we see in our imagination of a free Ambazonia. If you cannot see this freedom and sovereignty of Ambazonia or Africa in your imagination, you cannot join the revolution and you will continue to settle for less and eat slop. That's why many have dropped because they don't have the vision. Their mind's eye is blocked. Hmm? It's foggy. The lens at which they're looking at the world and their Bazonia thing is all foggy. So all they see is the crumb that they're dropping on their hands so they can do the dirty job of La Republique, people like Gongo who call them, summon them to Yaoundé and they go there and collect that and say, go and unalive your people. Your divine purpose is bringing clarity where there is confusion and distortion of truth. Use your conscience to speak truth to power. Leadership is by leading people to the right direction or path for justice. And that's what our president, Dr. Samuel Ikomesako, is doing because he has a clear vision. He knows exactly where he's leading us to freedom, justice for all Ambazonia. So I'm calling on all Ambazonians of goodwill to join your LGAs, your counties, pay your draft, federal and county draft. Every year we do this. Pay your draft and contribute to your county. Support the ABC networks. That's why we are here, that you can watch me and others to continue the education of our people, to know right from wrong, to see that this thing is wrong, tell truth from lies, continuous education to mobilize our people, you know. So, for the freedom of homeland, do this, and Ambazonia will be free, and you will know that you have found your purpose. If you have been wondering, what is your purpose here on earth? Ambazonia is just one project for you to know your purpose, that you are here at a time like this to free Ambazonia and to free Africa from the rest of the world. So, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Have a wonderful weekend, and I shall see you next week. Bye for now. Director Padi, I'm done. Thank you.